Have you ever been shot at? Do you know what it sounds like? Do you know you're going to hear the whiz or the wing or whatever it is before you hear that boom? Well, my daughter and I got shot at. Same trip when we were up in northern New Mexico at the Latir Lakes with these young college boys. And they had, in this case, later that day, they shot a bear because the bear was coming up, and I talked about it in another podcast, but that bear came up because they were cooking so much great food that it got too aggressive, too friendly, and they shot it. But earlier that day, we had just been up to Latir. We were trying to get up to hike up to the 12,500 foot. We came back down, we were hanging out. I don't know if we had lunch or whatever, but there was an outhouse close by. And so we went over to this outhouse, and my daughter went to the bathroom. Now, it's crazy because back then she's a dirt freak. I mean, as far as germs, she didn't want to touch anything. And then you tell a young girl, it's like, hey, why don't you go to the bathroom in this outhouse? Are you kidding? Well, she was probably 13, 14, 15, something like that. And she did not want to be in that outhouse to begin with. So she's in the outhouse. I checked it out, make sure it's clean enough. And, I don't think I checked for spiders. She hates spiders. And they seem to love her room. And anyway, that's a different story. So she's in the outhouse, and all of a sudden I hear the zing, zing, and I don't know if one hit the outhouse, but there was 2 to 3 bullets that went off. And again, you hear the sound go by of the bullet before you hear the shot. And so I yelled at these guys, these 2 young guys from Minnesota up there somewhere. And I yelled at them, I said, stop shooting. And I think I even said, because at that point I was carrying a 40 cal on my hip. I always like to be prepared when I'm outdoors. I told them, I said, if you don't stop shooting, I'm going to shoot back. And they're like, oh, sorry. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, first of all, they were so dumb to be out there cooking great smelling food and had the bear come up. And then they're shooting at an outhouse. They never cleared the area to make sure nobody was there. They didn't look. Of course, I don't want to look at the outhouse either, but come on. You don't go shooting at structures when you're in a campground and there's other campers nearby. You don't think anybody might be going to use the outhouse and you just want to start shooting at the outhouse? I want to say that these guys weren't dumb, but that was pretty stupid. Try not to get too mad at people, and sometimes I get worked up, especially when I'm driving. I have to really be careful. I think I have a little bit of road rage sometimes, but I like to go on roads where there's no cars, 2-lane highway, drive at a time when there's nobody out, because people just get in my way. I mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, anyway, that story ended okay because they were nice, they apologized, and I'm like, just don't go shooting at structures. If you're out somewhere and there's an old mine building that's falling down and there's nobody around, whatever. I'm not going to get mad at you for shooting at that. But if you're in a campground, don't be shooting at structures. Unbelievable. I don't know. I've been stupid before, so it's not like I can say I've never done anything dumb, but that was pretty dumb. I'm just glad nothing happened. My daughter and I ended up being safe, and I don't think she has any nightmares about it. I don't even know she realized what was going on because I was outside and heard the shots go by. So again, be prepared when you go out in the mountains because you never know what's going to happen. I'll see you back out here in Colorado in the next video.